My name is Victoria Loeb and I'm from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I'm a figurative artist and I'm interested in bodies and the human form. I think I was first started working with bodies and being intrigued by it. In my early years, I was a dancer. I started dancing when I was 5 years old. I was doing ballet for many years, and I really always loved the aesthetic of it, and I think that led me into definitely being intrigued by anatomy and bodies and shapes. And eventually, when I was 12, I met an artist, a painter in Argentina, and started taking classes with her. I've always liked to draw, and she took me under and as a student, and I think that's when I decided to really devote my time to that and started drawing and painting. When I met this artist when I was 12, this woman in Argentina, she introduced me to some Austrian artists that became the first artists that I was really following, and I really loved their style. One was Egon Schiele, and the other one Gustav Klimt, who was his teacher. Egon Schiele was Klimt's disciple, and they had some similarities, but I was really drawn to Egon Schiele's work and his style. And then she also introduced me to a lot of photography, and definitely through that, between photography and painting, I was really started exploring both worlds, both the photography, the painting, and they really influenced me, as well as cinema. I love cinema, and I think all those had a big influence in my art eventually. I like, like kind of directing the eye to certain areas. That's always been something that I've been intrigued by, and I like kind of guiding the viewer a little bit. Since I work with people, sometimes it's the eyes, sometimes it's the hands, sometimes it's the whole face or a part of the body, and I tend to focus on one area and leave the rest a little undone or more sketch-like. And I also mix medias sometimes and use different mediums to create a certain atmosphere in the painting. And I also really like working in big formats. That's very special to me. I do think art is important in general to everyone, whether people feel, or some people may feel, whether they can talk or not about art, or they are knowledgeable or not, or they understand it or not. First off, I think anyone can talk about art and anyone can appreciate it, as long as you're a sensitive person. If you can appreciate a good book, a good movie, good food, you can appreciate art in general. Art is for everyone, and that's very important to me. I would ask anyone for an opinion on a piece that I've done, whether they are in the art world or not. And yes, it's important, just like a good book or creativity is important in people's lives, and whether it's to do it or to appreciate it, it's important to have it. When I paint, sometimes I don't have the best days, sometimes I struggle more with one painting than another, but painting definitely keeps me grounded. It helps me, I guess, escape some sort of neurosis. It definitely keeps my head in the right place.